iPhone 4 now available for pre-order. Well, we mean available in sort of an existential
available in
type.
Our wildest dreams.
If you can get the browser thing to work, if AT&T's ordering systems begin
crash.
to cooperate, yes. But apparently very popular, probably in no small part because of FaceTime, the new video conferencing app that Apple announced. This works on their A4 processor. You just sort of look at the phone, the operating system, the video conferencing app, and the chip all work together to bring you video conferencing goodness. I think this is bad news for Intel. After all, the whole idea behind their Atom chip was supposed to be to eventually get it not into netbooks or, into tablets, but into smartphones, which is the high-volume market. They wanted to take this over the way they took over the PC market, make lots of money. Well, Apple just moved the goalposts. Something like FaceTime takes a heck of a lot of battery life.
Right.
Intel has had trouble hitting yesterday's battery life standard. Now with FaceTime and the A4, how are they going to do it, Michael? How are they going to get into smartphones?
Look, I go into my computer chip logic design schema. Intel, I'm guessing, was not surprised by what Apple has done with its new phone. And, it is hard because they were right there. They're always making noise about, we've lowered power consumption by a factor of 50. And so they are getting there and they're getting smarter on this. The question is every time they get there, Apple zooms ahead. I kind of think, though, that this is Apple's world, and their hardware and their software are so tightly coupled. That's why they went out there and developed their own chip. Now, is it bad for Intel? Yeah, I think Intel gets there eventually, and I really do believe that they will. But is it worse for every other smartphone manufacturer out there that doesn't have that tightly coupled hardware and software?
Yeah, I think that actually the other smartphone manufacturers at least have allies in Qualcomm with a Snapdragon chip, NVIDIA with Tegra, both working with ARM architectures, trying to solve the graphics problem. Those technologies should go a ways toward getting them close to FaceTime. And they exist today in shipping products, that are small, which is something we're really looking for from Intel. Hey, Intel's very smart, got great process technology, and I want to see more technology, more competition in this market.
Well, Intel, what I've seen is, they've been trying to sell us on these kind of middle-of-the-road, they call them mid devices, which aren't a smartphone and they're not a tablet, although we're going to start seeing Atoms in tablets for sure. Those aren't going anywhere, I don't think. All they're going is away or becoming a tablet. But you're right. They really need to get into the smartphone. They're close. I would, from what I hear and what I've seen, end of this year, early next, we're going to start to really see it. Now, is it going to live up to the iPhone? We'll see about that. I do think that their processing technology, from the high end, they're trying to bring it down, and they're bringing it down pretty quickly. And I do think they get there. Whether ARM then goes up the other way and starts, invading the PC world, that's a whole other question.
Yeah, initially Intel's argument was that the Internet runs on x86, so you need their technology to have a good Internet experience. The iPhone, the iPad, all these Android devices are proving that to not really be true. Hey, Intel, show us the Atom in a smartphone. Got to see it.
Got to see it.
That's TechMate.